All right, I want to welcome everybody to our Aware Senior Care event that you learned about through Indeed, and thank you for taking time out of your busy day. I think this will be a lot of fun, and I'm going to provide a little bit of background about what we're doing at Aware Senior Care, some of the opportunities, and answer some questions. And if you all feel good, we are looking for great people. The purpose of this event is for people to know us, and if it's a great fit for your careers, to actually join this award-winning team. So we will just cover, I'm just going to cover a little bit about Aware. A lot of great information is already on our website, so I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I think it's important to understand who we are and discuss the Aware way. And I'm going to show a real brief video of one of our caregivers, Christine, if it works correctly, to listen to her about what it's meant to her to be a caregiver with us. And then we want to talk about the retention program we've got going on, the $1,000 caregiver retention bonus, and talk about COVID-19. We do have families that have had COVID, and it may happen, so we're looking for caregivers who are gracious enough that want to care for someone, and we want to talk about what we've done and the success we've had in doing so. And then with Sarah, discuss the opportunities. So a little bit about us, guys. We started in 2014. If you visit our website, you'll see pictures of the entire staff and our bios and what we are. But Gina and I started this out of the spirit of our caring for our own family. My stepdad, my mom, Gina's dad, who died of brain cancer, and now her mom is up in assisted living, and my mom is in assisted living in Cary. But it's been quite a journey for us. And what we saw with home care that we experienced, that Gina as a nurse really is the core of our company. 27 years in geriatric care. And I was in technology, I was in the Navy to get started. And it was really Gina who said, you know, people deserve dignity. They deserve better. We can do this. And somehow we decided to do it, quit our jobs and start the agency. And I cannot believe that at this point, we're 150 in caregivers and climbing. We have an amazing staff, with Sarah is included in that. It's a family staff. And people are knowing about us now and calling us, and it breaks our heart when we can't help them. But we have lots of friends, but even they can't help them because you guys have lots of choices. Some got sidelined because of COVID or some fear. But now we're kind of, God willing, coming out of it. We need help. People need help. They need great people. And we are a very good company. And we know what makes us all work. It's you guys. It's our caregivers, our number one. That's what separated us over the years in terms of building great staff and serving the community. And we've gotten to be, quite shockingly, a pretty big company. It's really been interesting. So Christine is a long-term employee for us, one of our best. She's actually the community care coordinator at Abbotswood in Raleigh. And I wanted to just play briefly a video. And Sarah, let me know if you can hear this. Sometimes it doesn't work. So I'm going to stop the share for a minute.
Aware is the best place for me as a caregiver because
it's a little quiet. Can you guys hear it?
The audio stopped for some reason. Technology. Yeah. That's Julie, one of our most favored. For some reason, let me stop the share. Let me see if we can just give this one more try.
as caregivers first, and the work that we do as caregivers, I feel like you can inspire lives and that you can help someone live their best quality of life. And that's what this company does. It allows you the tools to where you can help someone live their best quality of life. And me. The Screws family, Julie and Garrett, Taja, Luke, Adam, have definitely become my second family, without a doubt. It's not like work to me. It's just like helping out a friend. And so they say, do what you love, and it's never like work. So I never feel like I'm working. But this company really gets to know you as a person and your needs, and that they let you know that you're valued. I've always focused on Julie and making sure that Julie knows that she is in safe hands, and that, she's going to be fine. But it never dawned on me how I was impacting Garrett also. But me showing up and doing the job and doing it well to where he can relax, so he can do what he needs to do without worrying about that is the ultimate goal. And then Julie, to where she feels safe, to where she feels comfortable, is it's like that's the top. I have worked with a lot of different companies before, and there's always this eggshell thing. You never know, what's happening. This company is very upfront. This company has a very open door communication policy. There's always that support there. There's always that ear, and their business model is just different, because it's caregivers first, because we represent the company. I would definitely tell other caregivers about Aware Senior Care that this is an agency that I personally feel that they would benefit tremendously from. Safe working environments, positive working environments, and a supportive office that listens and actually cares about everyone's well-being. It's a great company. Every good caregiver should apply to this company so that they can experience what being valued as a caregiver is really about.
I get somewhat kind of teary-eyed when I listen to Christine. It was a very powerful, because we did this video from the family, and everybody got their perspective. Garrett as the husband, Julie as the client, and then Christine. And Christine, like I said, has been promoted. She's now full-time as a community care coordinator and leader at Abbott's Wood at Stonehenge, one of our properties we were blessed to be in. And we actually have a pretty big operation there with 75 clients and climbing. So I wanted you to listen to that, because Sarah, May, our staff have done that, because they're always calling our caregivers. They're always interested in their well-being, always trying to help them with their schedules, always listening to them about what's going on, because you guys are the front line. So we're kind of serious about this. So what kind of benefits? Of course, when you're Indeed, you're probably searching for one of 3 million, it seems like, home care companies in Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill. You have a lot of choices, and God bless you, that's great. I think this is a growing need, and there's a huge caregiver shortage. So we need great caregivers. It's a profession. We treat you as a professional. We're serious about what we do. So to back that up, we created a retention bonus for anyone. It's for our current employees and new employees. And the way it works is, if you average over 30 hours a week, and believe me, if you're good and you've got an open schedule, Sarah Bergy will definitely take advantage of that situation and put you to work.
Yes, please.
And yes, and we didn't want to make it so it's like you got to work this huge amount of hours and then you get this big check. It's in milestones. So you reach your 250, I'm sorry, if you're 3 months and you've averaged over 30, you get 250. 3 months later, another 250. And so we build on that until you reach your year milestone, and it's $1,000, and that's on top of what your pay is. And honestly, when we find a good caregiver, we love the caregivers that are with us for 3 or 4 years. We have those and they're amazing. So I understand you have career aspirations. There's one right there, Sarah Bergy. She will be a RN very soon.
Very soon, December. Woohoo.
And, her life will go on from there and take new opportunities. So we're about building people. That's part of who we are. And so people that have stayed with us, like Christine, she's now full-time. So there are those opportunities in a growing agency like ours. There's more to it. Sorry, it's a little bit of an eye test, but we're one of the few companies that have available to you at a very reasonable cost benefits. The first one is PTO, paid time off. So when you see that salary range we talk about, you get the option of either taking PTO, so your bankrolling time, and what it's equivalent to over a year time frame. Say you work 40 hours a week, you would have 2 weeks pay. Well, every hour you work, you accrue. And it's really handy for caregivers. They don't realize they've got it. Said, I want to take my son or daughter. I want to be with them at school today. Can I take a day PTO? It's like, sure. And we pay you for that day. Or you could take a pay increase and get like a 50 cents increase if you don't want the PTO. So that's the first thing. We do pay time and a half on holidays. We do pay overtime, although honestly, we try to stay over overtime, but some families will say, Diane is so amazing. Can she work an extra 10 hours for a 50-hour week? And if they're willing to compensate us for it, we will. But we got to watch those hours, because Sarah knows if you're working 50 or 60 hours, we got to take care of number one so you can take care of your clients. So we're very conscious of not overextending people. We have direct deposit through ADP. We have a limited medical coverage. What that is, it's basically coverage for wellness. So you can do physicals, you can see a doctor, treat kind of common things, and it's very cost effective, which we subsidize half the cost. So the average monthly cost to you is $75. So you can imagine that's like, wow, how can you do that? Well, it's limited medical coverage. So it covers all the basics. It's not a full-blown medical plan, but it is available to employees. And like I said, we subsidize half that cost. We then have very, very cost-effective vision, dental, life insurance, short-term, long-term disability, chronic illness, and accident through Humana and Guardian. And then after 1 year, if you're with us, if you want to opt into our 401k, we also match. So we have a pretty, as best we can, provide benefits to our caregivers that join us, and then are great. And we expect all of you to be great. Then we also, in terms of recognition, really one of the biggest things that our caregivers appreciate in terms of recognition is a phone call. I love it when I call. It's fun because they see me calling, or this is Tim Murray, CEO of Aware Senior Care, and they're like, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. And no, no. So I started like when I get a call about my mom at assisted living, I love it. They call me and said, hi, this is Shavai. Shavai is one of my mom's caregivers. Hi, this is Shavai. Mom is fine. The reason I'm calling is this. So I kind of do the same thing. When I call, I leave a message saying, I'm calling because everything is great and you're awesome. I just wanted to personally thank you for what you did for the Smith family. And please call me back so I can talk to you live. That's probably the biggest thing besides a $25 Walmart card or a gas card. We do those. Sarah and May and the staff have their little card pile. And when they call in a chip and someone comes through and is pinched, they'll drive there and give you a card. We also monthly we through kudos when a client calls us, or say Sarah's talking to a family and says, well, how is Neanna doing? So, Neanna's awesome. Neanna gets a kudo on her record. And then she gets entered in a raffle. And then each month the staff picks who we feel has gone the farthest and been recognized, and we give a $100 certificate and recognize them and post them on Facebook and so forth. And then there's also a raffle that everybody in the pool gets entered. The other thing is referral bonus. Right now, we've upped that referral bonus to $250. So if you refer a great friend of yours that's a great caregiver, and they work for us in 90 days, and that's all great, you get a $250 bonus. And you also get a bonus for referring clients. And then we got little perks. We try to get little perks like Atlantic Tire, a very reputable repair shop around there. There's a discount. So it's about, we're trying to take care of the people who take care of us. And that's our caregivers and our staff. Training. So besides the benefits, when you come into the company, we do a comprehensive 6-hour training, which is the basics. And we teach what we call the Aware Way. And you're wondering what the Aware Way is. It's on our website and our employment for those that have visited. And the Aware Way starts with our commitment to you. It starts with us, that we promise and are committed to listening to you, to treat you as a professional, to help you solve whatever issues that are popping, whether personal or business, so you can be at your best. That's where it starts. The other part of the Aware Way then is our expectation is you will treat people as you want to be treated. And as part of that is being a professional. You'll dress professionally. We have a look. We have great company shirts. Our caregivers wear it with pride. We have a name tag. You can see my name tag. Let's see. It has my name and it has a little ribbon that says Aware Home Care Hero. Because in my mind, all the caregivers are heroes putting themselves in harm's way, especially if they're caring for a COVID client. They're all heroes. And so we have hero tags and we wear it with pride. So and then we have some little dementia training, how you do a visit. So, but it's kind of to get you going. And then from there, we've also invested in a new system from Relias, one of the leading training, where we then have advanced training open to you at no cost to further train you as a professional. It includes advanced dementia training and others that you're free to take. So training is one area of focus for the fall. We're upping the ante to make training available to our caregivers to enhance their careers and make them better caregivers. So I think we have a very comprehensive approach to training. With COVID care, we are looking for caregivers that are willing to care for somebody with COVID-19. You all read the papers and so forth. Various states are in various state of COVID. We're not out of it yet. We think we're turning the corner, but there are cases popping up every day. I get called asking, will you care for someone with COVID? We do have a team, but they're pretty much engaged, as Sarah knows. So we're looking to build that bench of people who are willing to do it. And we like to deal with facts because a lot of fear and uncertainty and doubt with COVID-19. Some people think if I walk in the room with a person that's positive, just for a minute, then I'm exposed. And you are not. We go by the CDC guidelines. And the guidelines for exposure is you come in close contact with an individual, you're with them within a 6-foot range for more than 15 minutes. That's being exposed. It's up on the CDC website. God bless our caregivers, my wife, Sarah, staff, May, I'll go through the list. We in March saw it coming. We went out and got PPE. We did video training. We set protocols, and I'll go through those. Now, one of our caregivers who have cared for someone with COVID-19 is tested positive. Not one. Why? Because we keep our caregivers safe because we're adamant about following the protocols of safety. And we can do it. We have done it. We're doing it. It can be done. Because if it didn't, this country would be in a tough spot. The reason people got sick in hospitals, and I'm talking about nurses and doctors, was the shortage of PPE. They didn't take the proper precautions. When taking the proper precautions with masks and shields, gloves, cleanliness, it can work, and it's working. But there's always risk. There's things we're finding out. So in compensation for that, we pay, basically, our clients pay more for kind of a holiday rate, and our caregivers get compensated at $20 an hour. It is fair. It is the right thing to do for those COVID cases. So that's what that program is. So you see a range of compensation for anywhere from $10.75 to $20. That 20 is you're working, and it says, It's for a COVID case. And unfortunately, I believe some cases will keep coming. Hopefully it will slow, hopefully it'll be eradicated, but we've got to plan accordingly. And so we're looking to recruit caregivers who are willing to do that. And we have a blog that we documented our personal experience with COVID-19 and the safety. And I encourage each one of you to read that blog, because it paints a picture of what is exposure, what to do, and then the safety precautions we're taking. So speaking of that, we have set standards, like even in entering our office, it's locked when there's not someone there. When you come in, we take temperatures. We ask the basic questions. Fever, are you feeling okay? Our staff, if they hear from you or one of our caregivers that I'm not feeling well, we immediately sideline as a precaution. We do not want a caregiver not feeling good going. You can imagine these days going to see a client and you're coughing. Could cause a panic. So we have screening questions. We have employees who wear face masks at all time. I'm not wearing one. I'm in my office by myself. But in other properties like Abbotswood, face masks are required, whether you're caring for someone or not. And we ask the residents to wear masks. And with our aides, up until last week, we had them wearing face shields at one of our buildings where COVID was. But thank God it's now gone. We only have one positive client there. The precautions and the safety measures are working. And then we talk about hygiene. We're careful about scheduling. This is where Sarah and May and the staff do a superb job. You can imagine, if you're assigned to a community, we kind of keep you in that community. Because potentially, say you got it and you're serving different families, then we've got a chain reaction. So we're smart about how to schedule you. Understand your safety comes first, and then the client. So we're doing a hell of a job, honest, and because we're educated and we took the proper precautions, and then we're serious about it, and then we make sure our caregivers are following it to the T for their own safety. So at this point, I wanted to turn it over to Sarah. If you look at our website, May Moses is our wonderful manager of care coordination. And so May handles all recruiting, scheduling of families. And Sarah is the right hand and been with us the longest as a staff coordinator. Leslie's a staff coordinator. Tanya's a staff coordinator. So I wanted to turn this over to Sarah to talk to you about some of the things that we're looking for help with. Go for it, Sarah.
Hey guys, how are you? So we really have a lot right now. We've got a lot of requests from a lot of families in our community that just need help. So what we are looking for really is all shift time frames. So we've got a need for 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We generally like to schedule people as consistently as possible, like as Tim was saying, with the same client or the same community if we can. So our primary goal is that consistent care for our clients and a consistent schedule for you. So 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We really also, we look for people who are interested in working consistent weekdays, and we try to get you on an every other weekend if that's something that you're able to do. And that just, again, kind of leads into that consistency and care for the client throughout the week and on the weekends. So we've got needs for 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., overnight 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Of course, at our communities, we staff a 7 to 3, a 3 to 11, and 11 to 7. Those are pretty standard shifts. And, we're able to, as we're staffing consistently for our clients and the communities, we're able to get you really a 40-hour work week, very, very easily if that's something that you're looking for. And we're able to get that for you kind of right off the get-go to get you started. So, as Tim was saying, we have just acquired Abbotswood, one of our communities. We also staff at a community in Raleigh, Waltonwood, Lake Boone. So we actually help them staff their assisted living. And that's kind of the slide that's up right now. But we get needs from them kind of on a week-to-week basis. And those also include a 7 to 3, 3 to 11, and 11 to 7 throughout the week and the weekends. So we really have a need for all shift times. So I'd be curious to see what you guys are looking for, because we'd be happy to get you started right away.
Thank you, Sarah. It seems like when you listen to Sarah's summary, it's like the net is we need help.
Help.
I actually, you know, Sarah knows me. I love going out, meeting people, and bringing in what she calls good cases, and we have a lot of fun poking each other on that, what a good case is. But gosh, the phone rings right now. It's like we're tapped out. We do work with several home care companies here that I don't view them as competition. They're just friends, and we're all looking for help. These are some of the pictures of some of the amazing caregivers that we have. We asked them to send pictures, and you can see some of them have more out and styled some really cool photos, you know. But they're amazing people. So what I'm going to do right now is unmute everybody. Okay, let me see if how do I? Okay, see if you guys can unmute yourselves. I haven't allowed.
Yeah.
Yes, cool. Yes, go ahead.
Yes.
Great. It looks like everybody's done that. Well done. So yes, I wanted to open up questions. I'm going to let Sarah answer every one of them. So go ahead.
Ready to go.
Anybody have any questions?
What are you guys, maybe I have some questions. What are you interested, you know, in working as far as hours or? Just
Go ahead.
I would like to work, this is me, Keisha. I would like to work 40 hours a week first, or, you know, I can alternate between first and second shift. I just can't do third. I'm not very good at being up at night, and I the first to admit, but I can alternate if needed between first and second. I have a problem with that, and I don't have a problem with working at all. So.
Okay.
Same here. Not the overnight, but I can do like early morning. I can do I prefer like 12-hour shifts.
Like a 7 to 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very doable. And how, is it Perry?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how about you, Perry?
I'm flexible with all shifts. I can do overnight. Yeah, I'm flexible with all shifts. So, of course, most people like morning shifts. You get your day over with, and you get you get home. But I'm flexible with all shifts. I don't have any stipulations or anything like that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's great. You know, we like to see what you're able to do, but we also like to know your preferences, you know, and if we can make that happen for you, that's always our first goal.
Well, my preference will be for the morning shift.
Okay.
That's a preference always, you know.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm not limited to.
Okay. Yeah, we've got a great need for it. And whether you prefer working one-on-one with a client or you feel comfortable working on the floor within one of our communities, you know, they're a little different. One-on-one's a little bit, you know, it's one-on-one, but it's more personal, you know, whereas in the communities, it's very fast-paced and you're kind of hustling and moving and popping into different clients and working with a variety of people. So, you know, I think it's pretty cool that we have a variety of options for you guys, and you're more than welcome to see what, you know, works best for you.
Okay, good.
Any other questions or?
No, you guys explained it very well.
Yeah.
Well, I think you look at the summary, it's kind of like we have a few things available. And the amazing thing is it's going to go up because we, as this team has distinguished itself in communities. Sarah mentioned Abbotswood and Raleigh. That's one of our communities. Mentioned Walton Wood Lake Doom. We are also at Stone Ridge. I get them confused. Too many stones and woods. Stone Ridge in Cary. We've been there for 3.5 years. And now we're looking at Cary, in another community, and then Apex. So we continue to grow. And what Sarah, it's cool, if you like working in a community where you one-to-many, and we have iPads, by the way, we're a very technology company, so there's no paper in our company. We have iPads where you go in for a visit, you know what you do, you check it off, it's electronic signature, and we do some really cool things, and it's a system we developed. So if this sounds good to you, I encourage you to apply. Applying on you go to our website on employment. I'm sorry for the echo, but employment, and apply now, and you can easily apply. So
I put my application ready.
okay, great. And if you have friends that are great like you, have them check us out. We need great people, and right now we are not really worried about putting people to work. It's more worried about getting people. Our team's doing a terrific job. So anyway, thank you for taking time out of your schedules, guys. I appreciate that. I've recorded this, so I'm going to push it out. There's over 50 people who actually signed up, so that was encouraging. If we could just get 5 rock stars, we'd be very happy, right, Sarah?
That's right. Just one. I mean, if you want to work and, you know, you care about, you know, taking care of the people in our community, then we're all about it. So.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the name of the website to apply?
Yeah, it's Aware Senior Care. So you
Okay.
let's see if we can run up here. Yeah, www.awareseniorcare.com, and that's where you can find it. So it's www.aware. Well, there it is right there. awareseniorcare.com.
Okay.
There's also a link in the email when you make your reservation.
Mhm.
When we made our reservation, it's a
Sure,
link
I'll put-
that you can directly to it. Sorry.
Okay.
I'll put that link in there for apply now, and you click on it, it'll go directly there. So thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
God bless,
And have a
guys.
good day.
All right,
All right.
stay
You too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.